Everybody, it's Saturday morning. Everybody else has got the day off, so I figured I'd take a little bit of time and do a walkthrough and show you what all's going on in the shop. This is probably one of my favorite builds going on right now. This is Alex Hilliard's truck. We named it Hatchet. It's a 64 big window C10 on a no limit chassis. It came to us as a roller. Body shop had done like some rust repair and blended in all the patina. The engine bay is painted, like wood bed floor is done, all the glass is in it. It's mainly here to get finished. So all the wiring, all the plumbing, just like all that little attention to detail stuff that we like so much, we're gonna do, get it aligned, get the tuning done, just get this thing to where he picks it up, gets handed the keys and drives it, autocrosses it, whatever. So anyways, we got the motor out right now. It's a pretty much heads cam LS3. We pulled it back out to put a different oil pan on it, get more ground clearance, and just go ahead and do some other little stuff. Like we pre-lubed the motor, painted some little brackets and stuff that he wanted done. I started on like the charge wiring, got the starter on. Also gave us time to check the clearance between the pressure plate fingers and the slave cylinder. Mounted the fuel pressure regulator behind the motor. Anyway, so this one's really fun. My truck's in hibernation. That's pretty much where it sits. It gets beat on and parked, and beat on and parked. So it's right there for the winter. That's Jonathan's Suburban. We're getting ready to start back on it here in the next couple months. And we'll go over to the other shop. So the Suburban over on the other side was Jonathan's, and this is also Jonathan's bike. We just finished this literally yesterday for him. There's a couple more little like finite detail stuff to do to this, but I guess I'll tell you a little bit about why this thing's cool. It just looks like a vintage chopper to probably 90% of people, but why I like it so much is that it looks old, but it's actually a 2014 Sportster. So it's still got fuel injection. The computer's all hidden underneath the seat. Over in this side bag, it's got the body control module and the battery. Man, all kinds of electronics are hidden on this thing. So it's really stripped down, but man, you just like turn the key and hit the button and it fires up, idles, does everything that like a modern bike does. So man, I really like that thing. This is Terry's 70 Charger. Over the Christmas holiday, we pretty much took a break on this. We had 3 people on this thing at least at any given time for about a month and a half or 2 months. So just to get some of those other small projects done and pushed out the door, we took a break on this thing, but we have done so much work to this. I'm sure you guys have all seen it on Instagram, but we took what we thought was a really nice 70 Charger and stripped it and found a slew of problems, mainly sheet metal stuff. This thing had been like side swiped down the whole passenger side. Door was caved in, quarter was hung, a used quarter had been hung wrong somewhere in the 70s or 80s. This fender was smashed in, man, it was rough. So anyways, it pretty much got a door, quarters, inner and outer wheel wells, all rear body panels. And this one's on a full chassis too. There may be some of you guys that don't know much about what's going on with this, but it's a Shores Performance chassis. It's got a 9-inch. We pretty much made all new sheet metal in the engine bay, and it's getting a Hellcat crate motor. It's got the Hell crate and a Tremec T56 Magnum from Bowler Performance. Some big tires. So yeah, anyways, that's all on that one. That is Adam's 69 Firebird. This one is done. We've been driving this thing around, just weather permitting, putting miles on it, working out any kind of little bugs. And we like to do that to all these projects. You know, we just find that the client is more happy when he gets a car back that doesn't have rattles, squeaks, vibrations, wind noises, anything. So whether or not he likes to wait a couple months extra, doesn't really matter to me. It just makes them so much happier in the end. You know, it just provides a situation where we don't have a car coming back and forth for silly little things. But anyways, I like this car quite a bit too. It's a 69 Firebird, pretty much a stock body. We did Ride Tech's suspension kit, the street grip kit, which rides amazing. And then we did the LS3 crate motor, the 495 horse motor, a 4L70, whatever, all the gauges, all the electronics. But that is another one of those vehicles. You hit the key and cruise it to Florida, whatever you want to do. This is another project that we are helping on. We're not doing the entire thing. We're mainly just doing like all the fabrication stuff. Andy at Voodoo Cruisers, this is one of his clients. His name's Bruce, and he's from the Northeast somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it is, but anyways, it's another LS3 crate motor. It's got a NV 4500 manual transmission, and then it's adapted to the like mid-80s transfer case, but super cool. We did some pretty trick stuff in this one too. Like Dylan has made this like little glove box panel. Accessible behind this is all the modern air conditioning electronics. This is the original Toyota like heater box. These things had like a little flap where you could go either floor heat or defrost. There was no air conditioning in '69, but this thing will be powder coated black and just look like the original heater box. But what it is the center two vents for the air conditioning. So we got the vents on the outsides of the dash, and then air will blow out those too. But anyways, this one is also pretty neat. Well, anyways, that's what's going on right now. Yeah, anyways, thanks for following us and keeping up with all the stuff that we do. We really appreciate it. Anyways, have a good weekend.